All right, welcome back to SEL interviews. Now I've got DJTJ from UGA with me. TJ, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I want to start off the interview just asking a general question. How's the season going so far for you guys?
I mean, no complaints so far. We're doing Star League and the Southeastern League. So, I mean, so far let's see, we've only dropped a singular game,
Mm-hmm.
not a series. So overall, we're looking pretty good this year. We have a pretty tough matchup coming up this next Wednesday against FAU and Tennessee. So that alone will probably determine the top two in our group. So hopefully we can pick one of those up. But other than that, I mean, things from a Rocket League perspective and just from being on the team, everything's going well. But the club's doing really well as well.
Awesome. So you mentioned you're in NACE as well. How are the team vibes doing NACE and the SEL kind of at the same time?
Yeah, so I mean, personally, I really wanted us to do more
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like only having the one game a week, especially like nothing against Star League, but the level of competition really isn't as even. Um, I mean, especially when we're playing like Kansas City Esports and like nothing against that
Yeah.
program, but I've never heard of them before. I've never seen them in NACE. It may even be their first season. Who knows? Versus SEL, where it's a little more like, there's a LAN on the line, which we don't get with Star League because we're not paying for the varsity premier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's just more fun for us because we get to play schools within the SEC and also other bigger schools.
Great, and I mean you've been playing in my Friday Night Lights as well. I gotta plug that. Has that been good having that kind of extra practice? Like, how often do you guys practice outside of the main leagues?
I'd say because since we're spending 2 nights a week playing games, I think we normally spend another 2, 3 nights trying to scrimmage. It's two during the week, but then on weekends, that's where the third can or cannot happen, just because like we got people going out of town. Like I haven't
Mm-hmm.
even been in Athens for like a full 2 weeks until like now. So we work around our schedules, but we're getting a lot of practice in, and that's also part of the reason why I decided to kind of enroll us in another league, just so that players would actually want to get on and play more. Because like scrims are great and all, but there's only so much fun it can be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that, but I mean it's been paying off. For a 4-0 start in the SEL is a great thing to have. So what are your expectations for the rest of the season with that good start in mind?
Yeah, I believe what Fred told me was that the top 8 in points across the entire year makes the LAN, I
Yep.
believe. So top 8 in both the fall and the spring is the goal. I think we can easily do it. I think we can handle that. Again, I mean, our biggest test of the year will be this Wednesday. I mean, it'll be tough. I think Tennessee will give us a lot of problems. I don't. I
Mm-hmm.
think Florida Atlantic's a very good team as well, but I think we've played teams similar to their style before, and I think it'll be close. But I think we can push over them, and that's really all we need. Is just we need to beat at least one of those teams, and then that'll probably secure us top two.
Mm-hmm.
So so yeah, top eight's the goal, and I think we can do it.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, big week coming up with UTK and FAU. Is there any specific prep that you guys are doing for those two big best of fives that you're playing?
I'm personally, I'm a firm believer in you either got it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if anything, it would be the preparation that we've done over the last month to get us ready for games like this. I mean, it's similar to the Florida game. I mean, our scrims and practices went well enough for us to actually make a pretty big adjustment after game two. And then come back. We won that game three overtime, and then we had all the momentum to win game four. It's moments like that that I know we can step up and fill because of what we've been doing over the last couple months.
And we talked about it earlier, the length of the SEL season. Like, I guess you're a believer and you got it or you don't. But is there anything you're thinking about trying to sustain this success? I mean, you got momentum from the 4-0 start, but there's still so many weeks left, just in the fall split alone. How are you going to sustain that the success going forward?
I mean, we have a 4-man roster, so we have the depth to pick one another up when it's needed. I mean, we've been playing together officially as us four for a year now. I mean, we've been to lands, we've been through the wins, the losses, we've been through everything, and so The length of the season doesn't worry me as much. We've always had worse situations that we've been in,
Hmm.
and I mean, from there, I mean, we pick each other up when it's needed, and I mean, like we're all really like we're not just your average Rocket League team, which I'm sure a lot of other people say this, but like we are actually close friends. Like we go out downtown almost every week. I mean, it's just it's my brothers, and we're all ride or die for each other, and we'll pick each other up. I'm not too worried about the length.
I love it. And last question I got for you: prediction for both the fall split and then the entire SEL season. Where do you think you're finishing?
Let's see. Looking at the rest of the SEL, I realistically think there is only I only think there's two or three teams that we genuinely do not have good odds against.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of the other teams in that top eight are a coin flip, I feel like. Um, but I think coming from our program and just how much our program has grown and the hype behind it, I think we just want it more than some of these other schools. So I'm gonna project. God, let's see. I think we make playoffs, and then I think we win. We probably go like let's say maybe 1-2 or 2-2 in the playoff bracket.
Okay.
So that would probably put us. What is that? Is that fifth to sixth or is that seventh, eighth?
That's fifth, sixth. It depends on where the win. No, that'd be like fifth, sixth, top four
That's
maybe.
yeah. That's where I see us. I see us on the brink of top four. I think we can make
All
top
right.
four, but I think it'll be dependent on the bracket.
I love it. I love the realistic expectations, and I love the mentality. DJTJ, thanks for joining me, man.
Of course, thank you.
All right, that's my interview with DJTJ, the captain of the UGA Rocket League squad.